Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to our weekly market update. As you can see, Nick isn't here today. He is, but he's out and about on his many appointments.
Yes.
So you have Maddie and Shaelagh here to run you through what it's been like in the rental side of things and the sales side of things for the last week.
Yeah.
And so,
do you want to kick off?
Yeah, I'll kick off. So we do have 6 properties available in the rental side at the moment. Things have been leasing a little bit slower.
Yep.
But it's interesting that we've seen like more properties on the higher end of the scale, the rental scale. So we've got 3 properties up at the moment that are over 500.
Oh, wow, okay.
So we have 100 Percy Street, which is $5.90 a week. That's been up for a little while because the owners wanted to get a jump start on getting that advertised before they get off.
Sure. Is that in Huonville?
That is in Port Huon.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
And then in Huonville itself, we've got Ranelagh. We've got 27 Elizabeth Street, which went up last week. That's at $5.40, and that's actually been getting a decent amount of interest as well. Some good applications, so they're a tough choice for that one.
Yeah.
And then we have 125 Main Street, which I'm really excited about. That's $6.50 a week on the main street of Huonville, obviously, and we've had some really good interest in that one.
It's a beautiful home, that one.
Huge too, and it just feels like you are not on the main street of Huonville. Walking distance.
But you're set behind some fencing and gardens and whatnot as well, aren't you? So yeah, great.
As many sheds as you could possibly think of.
Awesome.
So we've had a pretty good week. We have a couple of viewings coming up. So we have 7B Seabrooks in Franklin, which is tomorrow at 11. We also have another property that's coming up in Geeston, 5093 Huon Highway.
Okay.
We have had that before. The owners are releasing again, and there's an open home for that at 9:30 on Saturday. So busy week ahead. Like I said, things have been easing off with the speed that properties are being leased.
Sure.
But in comparison to this time 2 years ago, it's probably the same as that. So it's just taking the normal amount of time rather than super quick. So.
Yes, sure.
Yes. How was the week in sales?
Yeah, I guess we can kind of relate a little bit to that. So we seem to have quite a lot of stock at the moment, which is great. It's probably more so, again, fairly normal. However, 12 months ago, things were just going so quickly that it seemed as if there wasn't a lot, but we're probably at the normal stage of things. So we had about 5 or so properties that we looked at last week that will be coming to market next week.
Oh, great.
We had 5 open homes on the weekend. We're noticing less numbers at our open homes, which has been quite interesting. So one of the ones that we had on the weekend was down in Dover, and that had about 3 or 4 groups too, which is really great. Normally we don't get kind of too many down that way, especially just because of the distance and whatnot. So that was really interesting. We had a few, unfortunately, that didn't have any, but they have been on the market for a little while as well. So, that's kind of just the way that it goes from there. Interest rate rises are still at the top of everyone's minds as well. So despite having less people, we seem to be still having the more interested people come.
It's just so funny that you get used to a certain speed when that's just a hyper speed, really. It's not the normal speed.
No, exactly. So, so that's been quite interesting.
Good. And I think Nick is away later this
week. He is. So, despite everything kind of being a little bit slower, we've got the REA Awards in Perth this year, so Real Estate Institute of Australia. So, we've got all of those awards coming up. We've been nominated for about 5, I'm aware. So, that's going to be really exciting to see.
Very exciting.
Yeah, see where we go from those. Ones like community involvement, there's a medium agency, marketer, things like that. So that's going to be really, really awesome to see where those end up. There's some very, very deserving nominees. So hopefully we at least get someone with that, and it'll be a great trip anyway for him to catch up with everyone.
Tune in on Monday.
Yes. So that probably wraps up our week. But if you want to hear a bit more about how the awards go, feel free to tune in and listen into what the rest of the week will hold. Thanks, guys.